I believe that Diddy has been a person who, since the very beginnings, he was always a person who was incredibly invested in his own image and curating that image in such a way that he came across to people as being the kind of person that everybody loved and everybody loved to be around.
Hey y'all, buckle up because today's tea is piping hot and downright chilling. Imagine the glitz and glamour of the music industry, where fame and fortune reign supreme. But beneath that shiny surface lies a web of secrets so dark.
Sean Combs led and participated in criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
It's hard to believe they're real. We're diving deep into the shocking allegations surrounding one of hip-hop's biggest moguls, Sean Diddy Combs. From lavish parties to disturbing accusations, this story has it all. So grab your popcorn, because we're unraveling a tale that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the entertainment world. Now, let's rewind a bit. Diddy, the mastermind behind Bad Boy Records, has been a towering figure in the music scene for decades. With chart-topping hits and a reputation for throwing the most extravagant parties, he was the epitome of success. But as the saying goes, not all that glitters is gold.
As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse.
In late 2023, the first cracks began to show. Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend, filed a lawsuit accusing him of rape, sex trafficking, and physical abuse. The allegations were shocking, painting a picture of a man far removed from his public persona. The lawsuit was settled swiftly, but it opened the floodgates. By November 2023, 2 more women came forward, alleging sexual assault and revenge porn.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom.
One claim dated back to the early 90s, involving both Diddy and singer Aaron Hall. The stories were eerily similar, tales of manipulation, coercion, and a blatant abuse of power. Then came the raids. In March 2024, federal agents descended upon Diddy's properties in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami. The findings were damning: narcotics, illegally modified firearms, and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. But perhaps most disturbing were the allegations of freak-offs, drug-fueled orgies orchestrated by Diddy himself. These weren't just wild parties.
Freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant.
They were allegedly calculated events designed to exploit and control. As the investigation deepened, more individuals from Diddy's inner circle began to speak out. Philip Pines, his former assistant, recounted being coerced into sexual acts to prove his loyalty. He described an environment where saying no wasn't an option, where power dynamics were exploited to the fullest. By September 2024, the situation reached a boiling point. Diddy was arrested and charged with sex trafficking and racketeering. The indictment painted a grim picture: a man who used his influence to lure individuals into compromising situations, only to exploit them for his gain. Despite pleading not guilty, the evidence was mounting. As of now, Diddy remains behind bars, denied bail multiple times due to the severity of the charges and concerns about witness tampering. His trial is set for May 2025, and if convicted, he faces decades in prison.
That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my coat up.
It's a sobering reminder that the personas we see in the spotlight can sometimes hide the darkest of truths. As more victims find the courage to speak out, we're left to grapple with the unsettling reality of power, fame, and the lengths some will go to maintain their empires. But what does this mean for the industry as a whole? Many are now questioning how such behavior could have gone unchecked for so long. With the rise of social media and independent journalism, celebrities are no longer untouchable. The court of public opinion is swift, and the days of sweeping allegations under the rug seem to be coming to an end. Diddy's case has also sparked conversations about the role of enablers in these high-profile scandals. Who knew? Who looked the other way? And who actively participated? The more this story unravels, the more we're realizing that this isn't just about one man. It's about a system that allowed these actions to continue for decades. And let's not forget about his empire. Bad Boy Records, Revolt TV, and other business ventures are all taking major hits. Some sponsors have cut ties, and brands that once stood by him are now distancing themselves. The financial fallout from this scandal is only just beginning.
I don't know if it's a party. I'm saying that metaphorically. You know what I'm saying?
But you've heard about the parties that everyone is talking about. But you've never got invited to them. So you.
I don't know.
Really...
I don't know. I don't even know what the party. That's how far out of it I am.
And it's unclear whether his empire will ever recover. One thing's for sure. This case is a game changer. The music industry is being forced to take a long, hard look at itself, and more voices are speaking up. Will justice be served? Will the victims finally get the closure they deserve? We'll be watching every step of the way. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. And remember, always question what lies beneath the surface.